Good morning, everyone. It is Robyn from Skintifics here, and I'm so excited to chat with you live today because I have the beautiful, amazing Carla Oates, who is the creator of the fermented functional food range called The Beauty Chef. This is a range that we absolutely love because we've been using it in clinic to transform skins, and it has been phenomenal. So it's an absolute pleasure to chat with you, Carla. So thank you for joining us today.
Thanks, Robyn, for having me.
So for those of you who have just joined us, make sure that you say hi, pop comments in the section below because we'd love to have a chat with you and answer any questions that you have about the Beauty Chef and gut health. And make sure if you are at work at the moment and you can't watch this video live because, you know, your boss and all, make sure you share it to your page so you can come back and have a look at it later when they've gone out for a coffee. So also make sure you join us right till the very end because we are giving away a copy of Carla's incredible recipe book, which is full of delicious, amazing, beautiful gut health, body health foods. And we have had her sign it for you. So that's a little gift for you. So make sure you stick around at the end because we'll be drawing that and whoever's on the live call could win that. So at Skintifics, we've always taken the approach of caring for the skin microbiome. And this is so intricately linked to our gut health and the gut microbiome and making sure that that's really healthy and happy. So we've always worked on like an outside-in approach with topical skincare and treatments, but also we work from the inside out to create really healthy cell membranes and cell life cycles. So Carla, can you tell us a little bit about what started you on this journey and why gut health and where did it all start for you?
So it started really in my childhood, having eczema and allergies, and my mum taking me to see a naturopath who eliminated certain foods from my diet, like gluten and dairy that I was allergic to, and introduced other foods. So I saw the correlation between what you eat and your skin health from a very early age. And then working as a beauty editor for different publications in my 20s, I landed a job as a beauty editor for a mainstream newspaper in Australia, and being a natural researcher and actually starting to study naturopathy, I started researching the ingredients in mass market cosmetics. And I became really concerned with the amount of toxic chemicals because I knew that good skin begins from within and that, you know, toxic chemicals are not going to nourish your skin and bring it back into balance. And I had women from all over Australia write into me when I was working for the newspaper asking me, what can I do for my eczema, my psoriasis, my husband's got acne, all different, you know, questions. And I looked at all these products that I was being sent and there was nothing that I could recommend. And so I really I stopped writing for mainstream publications. I thought I really want to make it my mission to help educate women on how to look after their skin more holistically. And I became a beauty editor for Wellbeing magazine. I'm still the natural beauty writer now. And I penned a column called Do It Yourself Beauty for the Body and Soul section of the Sunday Telegraph. And I penned a book through Penguin Books called Feeding Your Skin in 2002. And I spent the last sort of 18 years really researching and working with some of the best microbiologists and naturopaths and nutritionists looking at how to look after your skin from the inside out. And then my daughter, who is now 21, about 11 years ago, when she was around 10, she also suffered from eczema and allergies. So there's a strong predisposition genetically to those conditions in our family. And I did the same thing. I eliminated certain hard-to-digest foods like gluten and dairy from her diet, and I introduced other foods. And where I saw a huge difference is when I introduced probiotic foods like sauerkraut and kefir into her diet. And I had done a lot of research into the correlation between gut health and skin health, and introducing these foods really were testament to how looking after your gut has such a profound impact on your skin health. And then I was really, passionate and quite obsessed by the subject. I did more and more research, and I found that when I was eating the lacto-fermented foods, I noticed my tummy felt more balanced, my skin was glowing. Friends and family were asking me what moisturizer I was using, what I was doing differently to my skin. And so soon the demand grew for my homemade fermented vegetables. I gave them to family and friends, and they noticed all sorts of different benefits, health benefits and skin benefits. So I really knew I was onto something, and it's something I felt so passionate about, really creating a true solution for skin problems from the inside out. And Glow Inner Beauty Powder, which was my first product, was born from this research and this realization, and from my own family skin issues and the need for something that really did work and got really to the root of the problem. And I think, and that really is the philosophy of the beauty chef, that beauty and health begin in the belly.
I love that. I love that. And you are such a testament to your product. For you to have a 21-year-old daughter, your skin is phenomenal. I'm sure you get mistaken as sisters all the time. Yeah, you're glowing. So for someone who's just in the early stages of learning about gut health and I guess starting to integrate fermented foods into their diet, it can be a little bit daunting to think that you have to wrestle a SCOBY to make your own kombucha or foods that you don't even recognize or understand. So
I think a SCOBY is a really good way of putting it, because it sort of feels like quite an alien being, doesn't it, the SCOBY?
Yeah, they're quite scary to look at. You think, oh, I'm going to put my body. So to have that, where would you suggest that somebody starts, I guess, in starting to consider their gut health? What needs to be done in order, where do you start, basically?
So there's a few things that you can do, and in fact my new book that I've just finished writing that comes out in February really helps people, gives them a bit of a guide on how to look after their gut properly from the basics. And the Beauty Chef Cookbook, the first cookbook, is an amazing array of incredibly gut-friendly recipes to really nourish your gut and your skin. But the next book actually goes a step back and looks at how you can actually heal your gut. So it's interesting because, there's lots of different things. It's not really as simple as taking a probiotic supplement that has 1 or 2 strains of bacteria. It is really a holistic approach. And I think that's part of the Beauty Chef philosophy, is really about nutrition, bioavailable nutrition, and feeding your gut bacteria and strengthening your gut lining with the foods that you eat. Also prebiotic foods, the foods that feed the good bacteria in your gut, as well as probiotic foods that then implant the good bacteria. And what's great about the Beauty Chef range of products is it does all those things. It's biofermented and bioavailable nutrition made from organic whole foods. It's prebiotic and it's also probiotic, and it doesn't just deliver or implant 1 or 2 different types of species of bacteria, but it's broad spectrum. I think it's really interesting. We need to look at, we have at least around, there's 1,000 different types of species living in our gut, and that's trillions of bacteria. Like, we are 10 times more bacteria than we are human cells. So it's a holistic approach. We're taking 1 or 2 strains. You might, if you have a gap in your microbiome of a particular strain, that might help you. However, if you've got so many different types of bacteria that you've really got to take more of a holistic approach by taking a broad spectrum probiotic, which you can get through lacto-fermented foods, and also feeding the bacteria to encourage microbial diversity. We know that having microbial diversity is really, really important for gut health, skin health, and overall health. And the way we do that is through a broad diet that is based on whole foods. One thing we know that beneficial bacteria don't like and pathogenic bacteria do like is sugar. So really we want to take out foods that are going to cause dysbiosis. I know, sorry about that, but there's lots of delicious foods that you can eat that are not processed or rich in refined sugars. So taking out refined sugars, processed foods, and then foods that are hard to digest that are going to irritate your gut lining. So foods like gluten, dairy, corn, and soy. So keeping your gut lining nice and strong and robust is really important, because if you eat foods that irritate it, like your refined sugars and your glutens and your dairy, it can irritate the gut lining and cause basically holes in your gut. Your gut becomes leaky, and toxins and food particles will pass through the gut and cause inflammation in the body. And where there is inflammation in the gut, there's going to be inflammation in the skin. So you want to heal the gut lining, and that's with eating lots of foods like bone broth, which is rich in your amino acids that heal the gut. Things like slippery elm put into smoothies in the morning. L-glutamine is an important amino acid. Licorice root, marshmallow, aloe vera. Lots of really soothing broths and soups and stews are fantastic for helping heal the gut, and eliminating those hard to digest foods and processed foods. Then we want to eat lots of fibre-rich foods that fibre, we know, feeds your gut bacteria and it increases microbial diversity. We don't get enough fibre in our Western diet. Fibre is really important. It basically feeds the gut, the bacteria. They ferment it, they produce these compounds called short-chain fatty acids, which have a whole host of incredible health benefits and also help heal the gut. So we want a diet that's balanced. We need things like protein, good sources of protein. Protein is important for healing the gut lining. It's also important for reproductive health and the growth and maintenance.
I think we've lost your connection a little bit there. Everything's slowed down. Oh, we lost you for a second. Can you just tell us again about protein? That's where we lost you, and how that's important for hormone health.
Yeah, so protein's really important, and good sources of clean protein. So your grass-fed meats and your fish, nuts are really they're all really important for helping to heal. Amino acids are important for healing your gut lining, and also for reproductive health and for growth and maintenance of health. So but often way too much protein, way too much red meat, and not enough diversity of your fruit and veggies and our legumes. So on a plate, what we'd like to see for microbiome health is smaller amounts of protein, but protein being still important, but lots and lots of fibre-rich vegetables that are also rich in plant chemicals called polyphenols. We know that polyphenols help they're found in things like your green tea, your blueberries, fruit and veggies. They help to seal or heal the gut lining as well as increase microbial diversity. So we want to get that balance of lots of, we want all the nutrients, the macronutrients and the micronutrients, but super important that we're eating lots of fresh vegetables.
Lovely. We've just got a question from Kaylee, who obviously has a bit of a sweet tooth. What are some natural sweeteners that we can use instead to make things tasty? So if you are cutting out sugar in your diet, what are some things that you can use kind of supplement so you're not feeling like you're really going for those sugar cravings?
Yes, that's a very good question. I like to use, I use stevia in a lot of my cooking. I also use xylitol, and I also do use manuka honey, which is also rich in antifungals and antimicrobials, and also it's also rich in antioxidants. So I do sometimes use a little bit of maple syrup as well, although that is, it's a form of sugar. It's also got your minerals. So I guess if I'm going to use a natural sweetener, I'll use something in its natural form and that also hasn't been refined, so all the minerals and antioxidants haven't been in any way tampered or neutralised. So, and also fruits are a great way to get, dates are really good. Yes, they're still high in sugar. So, often people have smoothies in the morning and they put honey and dates and maple syrup, and that's still a lot of sugar. Yeah. So I guess they're much better forms of sugar, but we also don't want to have too much of them because we know that too much sugar is not great for gut health. So smaller amounts. And I'm also a big believer that we can adapt. So once you take refined sugars out of your diet, and it can be hard for a little while, but after even 2 to 3 weeks, you'll have a piece of really sweet chocolate and you'll go, ooh, this is way too sweet, I don't like it. So it just is a period of adaptation. Like now for me, eating, if someone offers me a bit of, commercially made chocolate I eat, I just don't enjoy it because it's way too sweet. And I think that our taste buds are so overstimulated from processed foods and refined sugars that we really lost our sense of balance. So it's about rebalancing, recalibrating our taste buds as well. But there's lots, and the Beauty Chef Cookbook has amazing, delicious treats, chocolate cake, friands, creme brulee, a peppermint chocolate slice, just so delicious, and they're all made with natural sugars.
Yeah, I love this recipe book. I sit it on my coffee table, and yeah, I've had some favorites out of there. It's amazing. It's amazing. So
Thank you, Robyn.
Glow is one of the cult products in the Beauty Chef. It's, you know, you have celebrities that take it. It's one thing that everybody loves to take. And we've noticed since adding it into our clients' skin routines that it just takes their skin to that next level. Can you tell us what's so special about Glow and how it's working on a cellular level or internally to create healthy skin?
So I like to think that the fabric of what we're made of is basically cells and bacteria. And I was saying before, I know it's not very glamorous, but we are actually more bacteria than we are cells. We're 10 times more bacteria. So if you think that's the fabric of what we're made of, to strengthen that fabric, to make it really robust and healthy, we need to feed our cells with nutrition. And that's what we're getting in Glow. Glow's 24 superfoods, and also prebiotics and probiotics. So it's got the bioavailable nutrition to feed our cells, and then it's got the prebiotics and the probiotics, not only feed but also implant with the bacteria into our gut. So encourage beneficial bacteria and strong cellular health. So it really strengthens the fabric we're made of. So it's your daily skin maintenance and support powder. It's got incredible ingredients from all your legumes, your grains, your herbs, your algae, your spices. It's rich in Dunaliella salina, which is a bit of a mouthful, and it has 6,000 times the antioxidants of spirulina, 8 times the mineral content, and something like, I think it's 3 times the chlorophyll content. It's super nutrient dense. I love that it's harvested locally. It's really clean and pure. It's also one of the it's got the highest dietary source of your provitamin A, which is really important for skin renewal. So that alongside all your antioxidant-rich berries like mocky berry, queen garnet plum, which is grown in Australia, rich in your anthocyanins, which are anti-inflammatory. So it's got all the beautiful anti-inflammatory plant compounds, amino acids, minerals, vitamins that all work synergistically to nourish our skin from within. And because it's been fermented using our exclusive floriculture process, all of the ingredients have been broken down so our bodies can uptake those nutrients more easily and digest them more easily. And it's also got the prebiotics and a broad spectrum probiotic. And Robyn, I'm such a believer that beauty begins in your belly, and your gut is where 70% of your immune system lies. It's where we make nutrients, it's where we make detoxifying enzymes, where we metabolize hormones, neutralize pathogens. And so what happens in our gut can really affect our skin, and more studies are showing where there's gut inflammation, there's going to be skin inflammation, and people who have a healthier microbial profile in their gut are going to have a healthier fatty acid profile in their skin. So their skin's more moisturized, more hydrated, more plump. And I think we did a clinical trial for Glow, and I think that's why we've got such incredible results, and we get such incredible feedback. I think it's really an incredible testament to the philosophy of biofermented nutrition with prebiotics and probiotics to nourish your gut and your skin from within.
I love it. And it's so true. Having those good essential fatty acids within your skin is absolutely vital to creating a really healthy cell membrane and healthy cell life cycle, which in turn creates beautiful, healthy, well-structured skin. So I love how this works with internally supporting what we're doing from the outside in. Glow is doing from the inside out. It's honestly one of the best things that we've worked with internally to date, and it's changing skin. So thank you so much for creating it. It's really
thank you. Thanks, Robyn. It's nice to be back.
So you touched a little bit before about the book that you're writing. Can you tell us a little bit what it's about? You've sort of touched that it's on gut health, obviously, and also working with gut. So it's not so much a recipe book. Can you tell us a bit more?
Yes, it is a recipe book. We have around 90 recipes. It goes a step back from the current Beauty Chef cookbook, which does provide some information about gut health, but really is a solid cookbook that offers alternatives, gut-friendly alternatives to, I guess it was about my journey, and also lots of customers asking me, Carla, I love your products, they've made such a huge difference. How do I eat to support gut health? And I also want to share, my children, when they were growing up, they would come home and say, Mum, why can't we have packaged food? Why can't we have chocolate peppermint slice? Why can't we have creamy pastas? So I got such a hard time from them wanting to have what their friends were eating. And so I had to create really healthy twists on traditional recipes. So you'll find in the Beauty Chef cookbook, you've got everything from creamy pastas to peppermint chocolate slice to chocolate cake. But of course, they're really, really healthy versions. So I wanted to show people that they don't have to deprive themselves of really delicious, flavoursome foods to look after their gut, that you can have food that seems a little bit indulgent but still is really, really healthy. And so we get such great feedback around the book saying, Carla, I love it. You know, my kids didn't even notice that cake had pumpkin in it, or that slice had, the cleansing of beauty powder or barley grass in it. So, so that was the purpose of the Beauty Chef cookbook. And then for people who have, I guess, more and more, it's really interesting having a Beauty Chef. We have so many customers that have skin and health issues, and you see it amongst family and friends and colleagues and customers. And the root of the cause is often gut health. So, and some people who have really, chronic conditions as well, and looking at going a step back and not only providing people with recipes that are great for gut health, but how do you actually go a step back and heal your gut? So how do you, the gut lining where there's dysbiosis and leaky gut, and that can be really difficult for some people to shift, even when they are taking probiotics. It's about going back and really healing that gut lining so that they can digest their food better, so the probiotics can actually do their jobs. So the prebiotics can also do their work. So it's about healing and sealing the gut first, and then weeding and feeding the gut. And so this new book is really exciting. It comes out in February through Hardy Grant, and it really is step-by-step guide, supporting them along their journey to heal their gut. And it has, again, delicious recipes showing that while you're healing your gut, you don't have to deprive yourself of yummy food.
That's amazing. I'm so excited to get our hands on that book. I think it's going to be transformational. So we actually are going to give away a signed copy of your book that we have here. So what I want is everybody who's live, how many of you? There's a few of you on here live at the moment. So what we're going to do is draw a winner. So if you want to win this book, it is incredible. Like it doesn't even do it justice to show you on here. So you just got to wait until you've got it in your hands. So for those of you watching, get your fingers ready, get your hands over your phones, because the first person to type this phrase in is going to be getting a copy of this book. So are you ready? Here we go. So the first person to write, I'm ready to glow, is going to get this bad boy in the mail. So get your fingers typing. Now we've got a little bit of a delay, so I am going to just have a little chit chat with Carla while you guys get your fingers to the buttons and get typing. Can you just briefly and quickly just run through what a prebiotic is versus probiotic? Because if you go on antibiotics, you go to the chemist and they just give you a probiotic, little to go with it. But what is it about pre and probiotics? What's the difference?
So probiotics are when we implant good bacteria into our gut, and prebiotics are foods that we consume, or food substances like your inulin and your fibers, your indigestible fibers found in foods that feed the good bacteria in our gut. And so to get the most profound outcomes, to increase microbial diversity and for good, healthy, robust gut health, we want a combination of prebiotics and probiotics. That's where you're going to see the best outcome. And I love that, working with a team of microbiologists and naturopaths and nutritionists, everyone agrees that a holistic approach to gut health is the most important. It's not just about taking a probiotic supplement that has one or two strains. It's about eating, it's about really, eating the right foods, fiber-rich foods, lots of fruits and vegetables, your legumes, think Mediterranean diet to help feed your microbiome and encourage microbial diversity. And then your lacto-fermented foods as well that offer a broad spectrum probiotic. They're prebiotic, they're probiotic, and they're also postbiotic. So the Beauty Chef products do that as well. So it's really taking that very holistic approach about diet, a probiotic supplement, which I think is best in a lacto-fermented food form, because you're getting not only bioavailable nutrition, but you're also getting a broad spectrum probiotic. And also it's about, for gut health, what you don't eat. So taking out processed food, refined sugars, and also maybe just reducing or eliminating unfermented dairy and gluten, corn, soy for a period of time and seeing how you go.
Excellent. Excellent. I'm so excited. And I can't wait to watch this back because you've just dropped so many gems that I know my team and I are just going to rewatch because we've just learned so much from you today. So thank you so, so much. Now, let's see who is the winner. Now, everybody who's live with us at the moment, would you agree that the beautiful Jane Fepper has won this copy of the Yay!
Well done, Jane.
We're going to pop that in.
I hope you enjoy the recipes.
Yeah.
Happy cooking.
I just know she will. So congratulations, Jane. We're going to pop this in the post for you. So make sure you jump into our private messages and send us your address because we're going to post that to you. Carla, thank you so much for your time and for sharing your absolute wealth of knowledge. It's one thing that I love is to just share education and to give our clients more options when it comes to treating their skin and to really work holistically and address all of the things that are happening both from an external perspective, but what's really happening in your body because everything is so intricately and intimately linked together that you can't treat one without the other. So thank you for giving us your precious time today and for joining us. It has been an absolute pleasure and an honor to have you share everything that you know about gut health because you are the absolute guru and legend.
Thank you, Robyn. Thanks so much. It's been an absolute joy. Have a beautiful day, and thank you to everybody for joining today.
Thank you so much. So everybody who's joined us, thank you for always sharing our videos and getting live with us and joining in the conversation. So make sure you share, comment, tag your friends who would love to know more about gut health and really looking after their body from the inside out. So wishing you all a wonderful Thursday. We will see you again soon. Bye.
Great. Bye. See you.
Okay.